You are the master of your fate. Let's begin. Listen closely, because this truth I'm about to share is the very bedrock of all achievement, all peace, and all true understanding. It's a truth that the greatest minds I ever knew, Carnegie, Edison, Ford, understood, even if they sometimes called it by different names. Most people walk through life believing they are simply their physical body, their thoughts, their emotions. They see themselves as separate, isolated beings, battling against a world that feels indifferent, even hostile. They chase success, happiness, and meaning as if these things exist outside of them, to be captured or acquired. But I tell you, this is a profound misunderstanding. It is the first great illusion you must shatter to unlock your true potential. You are, in fact, much, much more. You are a direct connection, an antenna, a conduit to something vast, intelligent, and infinitely powerful, something that permeates every atom of existence. Something I came to know and refer to simply as infinite intelligence. Think of it like this. You don't create the electricity that powers your lights. You simply connect to the existing current. You don't create the radio waves that carry music. You simply tune your receiver to their frequency. You don't create the sun's energy. You simply open your windows to its warmth. In the same way, you don't create the power, the wisdom, the solutions that lead to your greatest triumphs. You connect to them. This infinite intelligence is not some distant God in the sky. It is within you. It is all around you. It is the source code of the universe. It's the wisdom that guides the growth of a seed into a mighty oak. It's the organizing principle behind the swirling galaxies. It's the sudden flash of insight that solves an impossible problem. It's the quiet nudge that steers you away from danger or towards opportunity. Most people live their entire lives oblivious to this reality. They struggle, they strive, they burn themselves out, believing that their limited self must produce every single answer, every single solution. They are trying to pump water from an empty well, when a boundless ocean lies beneath their very feet. But once you understand that this boundless ocean of knowledge and power exists, and that you are inherently connected to it, everything changes. Your struggles shift from desperate striving to intelligent attunement. Your limitations dissolve, replaced by infinite possibility. This isn't just philosophy. This is the practical truth of how the universe operates. And the men who mastered this connection, consciously or unconsciously, were the ones who achieved the extraordinary. I'm here to show you how to find your master key to this incredible power. Because that key, it's not lost, it's not hidden, it's already within you. You just need to learn how to turn it. You've heard me speak of infinite intelligence. Perhaps the term sounds grand or even abstract, but let me assure you, it is the most practical concept you will ever grasp, for it is the very engine of reality itself. Infinite intelligence is not a belief system. It is a universal principle. Just as gravity pulls an apple to the earth whether you believe in it or not, infinite intelligence governs the hidden forces that shape our world, our thoughts, and our destinies. It is the intelligence that creates and sustains life. Look at the intricate design of a single cell, the perfect balance of an ecosystem, or the unfurling of a flower. This is not random chance. It is the work of an organizing, purposeful intelligence. Holds all knowledge, every invention ever conceived, every scientific breakthrough, every artistic masterpiece. The raw material for these existed within infinite intelligence before any human mind discovered or expressed them. It is the cosmic library where every solution, every idea, every truth resides. Is limitless in power. There is no problem too great, no challenge too complex, that the power of infinite intelligence cannot resolve. It operates beyond the limitations of human logic or physical possibility. It is the source from which all genius springs. It is the quiet voice of intuition that guides you when logic fails. It is the force that connects every being, every thought, every outcome. Why does this matter to you? Because if you believe that every solution must come from your limited intellect, from your finite energy, from your personal struggle, then your potential will always be capped by those limitations. But if you understand that you are connected to an infinite reservoir of knowledge and power, then your potential becomes limitless. Your challenges are no longer brick walls. They become doors, waiting for you to find the key that already exists. I witnessed this time and again with my subjects. Andrew Carnegie, for instance. He built an empire that seemed impossible to his peers. Was he simply smarter or did he work harder? Perhaps. but more profoundly, he had an uncanny ability to connect with solutions, to see opportunities, and to inspire cooperation that seemed almost supernatural. He was, in his own way, deeply attuned to this intelligence. Henry Ford, too. People laughed at his early ideas for the automobile. They called him a fool, but he held a clear vision, an unwavering belief, and he kept receiving ideas, pushing through obstacles until his vision became reality. He didn't invent the wheel. He tapped into the intelligence that showed him how to mobilize it on a scale previously unimaginable. This is not mysticism, my friend. This is practicality at its highest level. It's the ultimate leveraging of forces. You stop trying to lift the mountain by yourself and learn to harness the unseen energy that can move it for you. To dismiss this concept is to deny yourself access to your most powerful ally. To embrace it is to open the floodgates of possibility in your life. Now that you grasp what infinite intelligence is, the critical question becomes, how do you connect to it? How do you tap into this boundless reservoir of power and knowledge? The answer lies within the most powerful tool you possess, your mind. Most people think of their brain as a kind of filing cabinet. It stores memories, processes information, solves logical problems. And it does all of that, of course. But that is merely its most obvious function. Your mind is far more than a simple computing device. It is a sophisticated biological antenna. It is designed not only to process the world you see, but also to perceive, receive, and transmit on frequencies far beyond your five senses. Think of it like a radio. You don't hear the radio waves. They are invisible, imperceptible to your ear. But when you tune the radio to the correct frequency, those invisible waves translate into clear sound, into music, into voices. Your mind works in a similar fashion. Infinite intelligence is constantly broadcasting, sending out ideas, solutions, inspirations, and guidance. But you must be tuned in to receive it. This process involves two key components of your mind. One, the conscious mind, the tuner. This is your logical, analytical, reasoning mind. It's the part that sets your definite chief aim, that formulates your desires, that initiates your burning desire. Your conscious mind is responsible for choosing the frequency you want to receive. If your conscious mind is filled with doubt, fear, or indecision, it's like a radio constantly changing stations or stuck on static. Two, the subconscious mind, the receiver. This is the bridge. Your subconscious mind is the part that does not reason. It simply accepts whatever your conscious mind impresses upon it. And once it accepts a thought, a desire, or a definite purpose, it immediately begins to work toward its realization, tapping into infinite intelligence for the necessary means and methods. It works day and night without ceasing. The subconscious mind is your direct line to infinite intelligence. It is the mechanism through which the unseen forces are harnessed. When your conscious mind firmly impresses a clear desire, a definite purpose, or an unshakable belief onto your subconscious, it's like setting the dial on that radio. The subconscious then broadcasts that frequency to infinite intelligence and simultaneously becomes hyperreceptive to the return signal, the insights, the opportunities, the solutions. Many people block this connection without even realizing it. They allow their conscious minds to be filled with negativity, with scattered thoughts, with fear. They never give their subconscious a clear, unwavering instruction. A confused signal leads to a confused outcome. A clear signal draws clear results. The mastery of your mind, therefore, is not merely about positive thinking. It is about deliberate mental discipline. It is about learning to control the dial of your conscious mind, knowing that what you broadcast inwardly will determine what you receive from the infinite power outwardly. This is your master key. It's not a secret, it's a skill, and I'm here to show you how to hone it. You now understand that your mind is the antenna. But how do you transmit your desires so that infinite intelligence not only receives them but responds in kind? You must learn its language. And I tell you, the universe doesn't speak in English or French or any human tongue. It speaks in a far more fundamental language, the language of conviction, emotion, and unwavering focus. This is not about simply wishing for something. Wishes are fleeting. They are whispers in the wind. The universe responds to shouts. It responds to absolute certainty. Here are the key elements of this universal language, the very tools you must master to communicate effectively with infinite intelligence. 1. Definiteness of purpose. This is the first and most critical component. You must know with absolute crystal clarity precisely what you want. Not more money, but exactly $10,000 by specific date for specific purpose. Not a better job. but the position of job title at company doing specific tasks, earning specific salary. A vague desire receives a vague response. A precise demand activates precise power. This clarity is your frequency dial. Without it, your mind is just static. 2. Burning desire. This isn't a casual preference. This is a passion so intense it borders on obsession. It's the emotional fuel that powers your conscious mind to impress the definite purpose upon the subconscious. Edison didn't wish for the light bulb. He had a burning, relentless desire that drove him through thousands of failures. His desire was a blazing signal to the universe. When your desire burns hot enough, obstacles turn to ash. 3. Faith. This is the unwavering belief that what you ask for, you will receive. Not a hope, not a doubt-ridden aspiration, but a profound inner knowing. Faith is the firm belief in the unseen. It is the absolute certainty that infinite intelligence has heard your request and is already orchestrating the means for its fulfillment. This faith must be cultivated, not just intellectualized. Faith is the chemical element which, when mixed with thought, connects the finite mind of man with infinite intelligence. 4. Autosuggestion or self-suggestion. This is the method by which you consciously program your subconscious mind. You repeat your definite purpose and your burning desire to yourself, with emotion, until your subconscious fully accepts it as truth. This is how you tune your receiver, by constantly impressing your clear desires and your unwavering faith onto your subconscious. You create the perfect internal environment for receiving guidance and solutions from infinite intelligence. Say your definite purpose out loud. Feel it, visualize it, make it a part of your mental furniture. These are not merely concepts. They are active principles. They are the grammar and vocabulary of the universe. When you combine definiteness of purpose with a burning desire, infuse it with unwavering faith, and impress it daily through autosuggestion, you are speaking directly to infinite intelligence in its own tongue. You are broadcasting a signal so clear, so powerful that the universe cannot help but respond. This is how ideas are born. This is how opportunities appear. This is how the seemingly impossible becomes manifest. You've learned how to transmit your desires to infinite intelligence. You've sent your signal. Now, how do you know if it's being received? More importantly, how do you recognize the return signal, the guidance, the answers, the opportunities that are being sent back to you? This is where many people miss the mark. They expect a thunderclap, a booming voice from the heavens, a burning bush. But the universe often communicates in a far more subtle, yet equally powerful language. Infinite intelligence doesn't always shout its answers. Often it whispers. You must learn to discern these whispers. They come in various forms, and recognizing them is a skill cultivated through awareness and practice. 1. Sudden flashes of insight and inspiration. Have you ever been wrestling with a problem and suddenly an idea simply pops into your mind, fully formed? An elegant solution you hadn't considered. This is often a direct download from infinite intelligence. It's the moment of aha that feels both new and deeply familiar. This is the wellspring of genius. Edison often spoke of his best ideas arriving in this manner, after intense periods of focused effort, almost as if they were given to him. 2. Intuition and gut feelings. That inner voice that tells you to take a certain path, to trust a particular person, or to avoid a specific situation, even when logic argues otherwise. This isn't irrationality. It's often your subconscious mind, having processed information from infinite intelligence, sending you a direct message. Your gut instinct is often the universe's quietest instruction. Ignore it at your peril. 3. Synchronicity and meaningful coincidences. These are the moments when seemingly unrelated events align in a profoundly meaningful way, guiding you toward your definite chief aim. You think of a book, and it falls off a shelf in a store. You need a contact, and someone unexpectedly introduces you to the exact person. These aren't just random occurrences. They are the universe subtly confirming your path, opening doors, or bringing resources to your attention. Pay attention to these patterns. They are not accidental. 4. Dreams and visions. Sometimes, solutions or guidance come through in the dream state, when the conscious mind's filters are down. Pay attention to recurring themes, vivid imagery, or clear instructions that appear in your dreams. Similarly, intense visualization, when practiced with faith, can bridge the conscious and subconscious, bringing forth creative solutions. 5. Opportune circumstances and unexpected help. This is when the right people, the right resources, or the perfect situation seem to appear out of nowhere, just when you need them most. It feels like luck, but it's often the direct result of your strong broadcast and infinite intelligence orchestrating the physical means for your desires. The key is attentiveness. Most people are too busy, too distracted, too caught up in their own internal noise to hear the whispers. They ask for guidance, then they immediately fill their minds with doubt or rush into the next distraction, missing the very answers they prayed for. To receive, you must not only transmit clearly, but also cultivate a state of receptivity, a quiet mind, an open heart, a watchful eye for the subtle signs. Learn to trust these whispers. They are not figments of your imagination. They are the language of your most powerful ally, guiding you precisely towards the fulfillment of your definite purpose. You've learned how to send your signal and how to recognize the universe's whispers. But what happens when the connection feels weak? What if you're sending clear desires, but the answers aren't coming through? Just like a radio signal can be interrupted by static, or a clear channel can be blocked by interference, your connection to infinite intelligence can be impeded. These aren't external forces working against you. They are internal blockages you unknowingly create. Most people unknowingly jam their own signal. Understanding these common blockages is the first step to clearing the channel. 1. Doubt the static. This is the most prevalent and destructive blockage. Doubt is the opposite of faith. When you ask for something, then immediately doubt its possibility, you're sending a mixed signal. It's like tuning into a radio station and then immediately tuning away, constantly searching, never settling. A mind filled with doubt cannot effectively receive wisdom from a source of infinite certainty. Doubt paralyses action, kills initiative, and makes the subtle whispers of guidance seem like mere coincidences or wishful thinking. 2. Fear the barrier. Fear is a powerful, dense emotion that acts like a thick wall between your conscious mind and infinite intelligence. Fear of failure, fear of success, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. These all create a vibration that repels the very solutions you seek. When you're operating from a place of fear, your mind becomes closed and defensive. It's too busy protecting itself from perceived threats to be open to new possibilities or intuitive guidance. Fear makes you shrink. Infinite intelligence expands. 3. Indecision, the disconnect. Infinite intelligence responds to definiteness. When you're indecisive, wavering between choices, or failing to commit to a definite chief aim, you're sending a garbled message. The universe doesn't know what to align with. Indecision drains energy, creates mental clutter, and prevents the focused, intense desire necessary to impress your subconscious mind effectively. A mind that cannot decide cannot command the universe. 4. Procrastination, the delay. This is the subtle thief of opportunity. When you receive a flash of insight or an intuitive nudge, but you delay acting on it, you tell the universe that you're not ready. You break the flow. Infinite intelligence often works through timely opportunities and connections. If you're constantly delaying, those opportunities will pass you by or be offered to someone else who is ready to act. Inaction creates inertia. It is the opposite of the forward movement that attracts solutions. 5. Lack of persistence, the weak signal. Receiving guidance is often an iterative process. It might not come all at once. If you send a desire, wait a short time, and then give up, your signal was too weak, your patience too thin. The universe responds to sustained effort and unwavering belief, not fleeting attempts. Persistence is the direct link between your desire and its realization. These blockages are not inherent flaws. They are habits of thought and emotion. The good news is that habits can be changed. By becoming aware of these interruptions, you gain the power to remove them. The clearest channel to infinite intelligence is a mind free of doubt, fear, and indecision, driven by a persistent, definite purpose. You've learned what infinite intelligence is, how your mind connects to it, how to speak its language, and what blocks the flow. Now it's time for the doing. This isn't passive understanding, it's active participation. Just as you don't build a strong body by simply reading about exercise, you don't deepen your connection to infinite intelligence by simply thinking about it. You must practice. This is spiritual engineering. It's about building consistent mental and spiritual habits that open your pipeline to divine wisdom. Here are concrete, daily practices to strengthen your attunement and foster a consistent flow of wisdom and power. 1. Morning attunement and definite purpose recitation. The first moments of your day are sacred. Before the world rushes in, spend 5-10 minutes in quiet contemplation. Recite your definite chief aim out loud with emotion and conviction. See it, feel it, believe it as already done. This isn't just words. It's impressing your subconscious with a clear command for the day. You are setting your internal frequency for what you want to receive and create. Practice, wake, sit quietly, state your definite purpose aloud 3-5 times, then visualize its achievement for a few minutes. 2. Deliberate auto-suggestion throughout the day. Don't limit auto-suggestion to the morning. Whenever you feel doubt creeping in, or you encounter a challenge, or you simply need a boost, repeat affirmations that reinforce your definite purpose and your connection to infinite intelligence. For example, I am now connected to the wisdom and power of infinite intelligence. All solutions are flowing to me. Practice, place small reminders, notes, phone alerts to pause a few times a day, and consciously repeat your core affirmations with feeling. 3. Active listening to intuition. Develop a habit of pausing before major decisions or even minor ones and asking for inner guidance. Then listen, pay attention to that subtle gut feeling, that sudden knowing, that quiet whisper of an idea. The more you acknowledge and act on these intuitive nudges, even small ones, the stronger your intuitive muscle becomes, and the clearer the communication from infinite intelligence will be. Practice before a meeting, a phone call, or starting a task. Close your eyes for 30 seconds. Ask for the best approach and trust the first impression you receive. 4. Gratitude practice. Gratitude is a powerful magnet. When you express genuine thanks for what you have and for the guidance you receive, even before you fully understand it, you raise your vibration. You send a signal of abundance and receptivity. A grateful heart is an open channel. It acknowledges the flow and thus invites more of it. Practice, end your day by listing at least 3 things you are genuinely grateful for, especially any whispers or coincidences you noticed. 5. Meditation or quiet contemplation. Regularly setting aside time for stillness, even just 10-15 minutes, can quiet the conscious mind's chatter and allow the subconscious to become more receptive. This is less about active thought and more about simply being in a state of open reception. This is where breakthroughs often occur, where complex problems untangle themselves in the silence. Practice, find a quiet space daily. Focus on your breath. Allow thoughts to pass without judgment. Simply be present and open. These are not optional extras. They are the daily workouts for your spiritual muscles. Just as a master musician practices scales daily, and a master athlete trains relentlessly, you must consistently engage in these practices to build an unshakable connection. The results won't just be spiritual peace. They will manifest as undeniable progress in your material world, as ideas become opportunities, and obstacles dissolve into pathways. We've journeyed through the unseen forces, explored the incredible power of your mind, and laid out the daily practices for connection. Now, I want to leave you with the most empowering truth of all. You are not meant to struggle alone. The belief that you must conquer life solely through sheer willpower, brute force, or individual intellect is perhaps the most draining misconception of all. It leads to burnout, despair, and an unfulfilled life, even for those who achieve conventional success. The greatest achievers I knew, the ones who built lasting legacies and lived lives of profound purpose, understood this implicitly. They knew they were working with something larger than themselves. They were not just individuals striving, they were co-creators in partnership with infinite intelligence. This partnership changes everything. When you consciously engage with infinite intelligence, your burden is lightened. You stop feeling like you have to have all the answers. The pressure to know every step, to foresee every obstacle dissolves. You trust that the wisdom you need will be provided exactly when you need it. Your vision expands. What seemed impossible from your limited perspective becomes achievable when you tap into an infinite source of creativity and possibility. Solutions appear from unexpected places. Your resistance fades. Fear and doubt lose their grip because you operate from a place of fundamental faith that you are supported, guided, and equipped. Your impact multiplies. Your efforts are no longer just your own. They are amplified by universal forces. Your ideas have a greater reach, your actions have a deeper resonance, and your influence expands far beyond what your singular effort could achieve. This isn't about becoming passive or waiting for miracles. No, it's about becoming a masterful conductor. You provide the clear direction, definite purpose, the emotional fuel, burning desire and faith, and the receptive channel, daily practices. Infinite intelligence provides the symphony. Your definite chief aim is your command. Your persistent faith is the universe's marching orders. The master key, as you now understand, is already in your possession. It is your conscious and subconscious mind, waiting for your intelligent direction and unwavering belief. So I urge you, stop living as if you are separate. Stop struggling as if you are isolated. Begin today to cultivate this conscious partnership. Practice tuning your antenna. Listen for the whispers. Act on the inspirations, and watch as the world around you begins to rearrange itself to align with your highest intentions. The universe is waiting for your clear signal. It is ready to co-create with you beyond your wildest dreams. Embrace your true nature. You are a conduit of infinite power. Now turn the key. Remember, your success begins the moment you decide to act.